What is up, everyone? And it has been a wild week. I can't stress enough specifically exactly how crazy it's gotten. First off, I want to just go ahead and take this time to point out real quick. I don't follow a lot of entertainment news, even though my Facebook wall is chock full of it. So I don't know anything about the Chris Rock special, but I'm a fan of Chris Rock. So I'm a fan of both Chris Rock and Will Smith. So I'm like, you know what? I don't care what kind of beef they got going on. I'm honestly just glad that, black comedy is still being put to the forefront as far as like a media discussion, because it feels like they kind of fell off a little bit before that Oscar thing. So yay, let's see that. But I always say, like if we treated political news like how we treat entertainment news, America will be in much better shape than it's in, because I need for y'all to like take into consideration exactly everything that's going on in politics right now. Like, I didn't want to talk about politics initially in this video because I'm kind of getting burnt out on it, but so much happens, yo. So much. Like, first off, Fox News has been outed for lying to his fan base. And not only has it been outed for lying to his fan base, because anybody with common sense knew that, like, now you got like people out here just basically they're admitting it. Like, they're saying, like, we now have evidence that not only does Fox News lie to people, but that even the people that's throwing the stuff out there know that they're lying. Like, how morally bankrupt can you be to say, I don't even believe the BS that I'm telling you? You know what I mean? I'm not necessarily saying that let other companies don't lie, but it's a different. But like, you can't call yourself news and lie to people. You know what I mean? That's one reason why I kind of like shows like The Daily Show and Stephen Colbert and the Closer Look segment on the Seth Show, is because of the fact that they don't call themselves news. They don't present themselves as news. They're just comedians who talk about the news. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if they say something that's incorrect or wrong, you know it. You just think it's all part of the joke. But these Fox News cats push it as legitimate stuff. And it's like, and now there's proof now of them saying we don't believe in what we're saying either. And what's really sad is that like some of the most devoted Fox News watchers are going to hear this, are going to see this, and just hear this case and see these things and be like, it's a conspiracy to take down the Fox News because it's getting too powerful. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's you won't you're not. I feel like you're not initially supposed to change people's minds, but at the very least, like, people should be able to see stuff from multiple perspectives. Like, the reason why I can sort of see people's perspective, albeit as incorrect as it can be, is because I'm open to the idea of what you're saying. I probably might not agree with what you're saying, and I probably might not let it submit itself into imprint itself onto whatever it is that I believe, but I'm willing to hear you out. That's my thing. I just got done having a wild argument with this guy that I'm friends with about the whole gender discussion, because he believes that there's only two genders. Now, I've been told that there are multiple genders. You know what I'm saying? So, like, but he's like, no, there's only two, and we're just backing and forth, and the whole conversation is, I understand what you're saying, I just don't believe it, and I'm not going to. I understand what you're saying, but you're not going to change my mind. I was informed about multiple genders from somebody who I know who was born, gender androgynous, so to speak. And so I can't necessarily go off of what you're saying. And he just keeps hitting me with but you need this. Yeah, but there are only two genders, right? There are only two genders, right? I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to agree with what you're saying. I'm listening to you, but I'm not going to agree with what you're saying. But there's only two genders, right? But there's only two genders, right? And it's like, that was the discussion that I had with this guy. It's frustrating, but whatever. But yeah, like, speaking of annoying right wingers that can only like speak in catchphrases and brainwash and beratement, Andrew Tate is apparently like getting apparently he has like lung cancer or something. Which, look, I'm just gonna go ahead and say this right now. If you while it is a terrible thing to mock somebody for for being in poor health and or succumbing to it. If you're on the wrong side of history, that don't qualify. Like, bro, laugh. Like, I don't care. Like, if y'all laugh at, like, I'm not gonna say you're a terrible person if you laugh about Andrew Tate being sick and or dying. The dude was not a good guy. Okay, like you know, he's currently in jail right now for trafficking, for trafficking like women and abuse and you know, sexual assault and things like that. Like, this was not a good dude. And not only he himself was doing this stuff, but he was doing this stuff along with his brother, and also telling other people to do these things and to act this way and to promote themselves in such a way that they're adjacent to him. Listen, if you're on the wrong side of history, then you deserve whatever you get, living or dead. Okay. Like, right now, a lot of people with sense is laughing and mocking this dude. Because also every other picture that this dude took, he had like a cigar in his mouth. I mean, yeah, lung cancer is bound to happen. That's like having sex with no condom on and like being upset that you have children now. It's like, I mean, what'd you expect was going to happen, buddy? So it's like, at this point now, you're starting to see, like, I'm like, you know, Kevin Samuels going away, and Andrew Tate, you know, on his way out the door. And if I'm not mistaken, at some point, Jordan Peterson was on his way out the door too. My thing is that, like, we're at this point now where we're starting to see, you know, that being a terrible person probably is not the flex that we want it to be. You see what I'm saying? Like, maybe instead of treating people poorly because you're sexually attracted to them, maybe you should just try talking to them. And maybe don't expect them to immediately fall head over heels in love with you after like one or two conversations. And maybe don't hurt people because of what their gender is. I mean, I don't know. I'm not an influencer. I'm just saying, maybe treat people with kindness and respect in regards to how you feel about them romantically or in your loins. You know what I'm saying? You might get a friend out of the ordeal. Why is having friends like not a thing that people want to do anymore? Like, why is it always, I like this person, I gotta have this person? Like, dog, like, I mean, can we all just get along? Okay, moving on. George Santos got to be really upset about the fact that Fox News has like done all these lies for years, and you know, probably nothing is going to happen to Fox News. But George Santos, like, I don't think he's been in Congress that long, and he's already a pariah because of all the lies that he's told. It's like, you know, well, it's cool if he do it. It's a problem when I do it. Mess with you. You know, it's just wild. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, bro, the reason, like I said, I'll say this before, because if you follow political news and you follow entertainment news, like, I will always say political news is better than entertainment news, because the worst thing that could happen with the worst thing that could happen with entertainment news is, you know, a star is just like not successful anymore, or they're just not in movies anymore, or a movie doesn't get made or something. You know what I'm saying? It's really nothing that bad unless the law gets involved. The law is connected to politics, which is like the worst thing that could happen in politics is that a former president can like get a whole bunch of racists to attack a building because he didn't win the election. You know, whatever. We've already talked about that before. By the way, happy January 6th for next year. It's to everyone except for the people who thought that was a good thing. In other news, okay, so apparently somebody, I don't know what happened, but I'm guessing some people decided to joyride and into our neighborhood, and apparently at some point somebody drove a car into our front yard, right? Like, what's that about? You know, I mean, 2 days it was out there. It's just so random, because if you look at the trajectory of, like, because our front yard is kind of like sunken, you know, from the road, and there's 2 ditches involved. So whoever managed to leave that car in this area, like, if you just think about it, it's just like, how did this happen? Like, they missed our mailbox and literally just drove into our area. And that car was there for like a day and a half, you know, just recently got it towed. But it's just like, how did this happen? It's so weird. And I'm starting to think it's because of the fact that, like, I think it's a sign because the area where they like landed into, they hit a bush, so they didn't go any further into our driveway than, that area. But it's like, had my car have not have been in the area that it was in, somebody, those guys could have easily like crashed into my car with me not even being in the car. And in my brain, the first thing that's going through my mind is this is a sign that somewhere in the cosmos, somebody is trying to get me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that feels like a sign. Because like these things, stuff like that don't just regularly happen. So I'm a little paranoid. I mean, it's towed now, and I'm glad that it's towed, but it's like, why did that happen in the first place? It's so weird. Like it looked like it was planned or methodical. Like, some sort of cosmic force was like, yeah, run into that car. Oh wait, the car's not there. I don't know. I'm paranoid. But seriously though, like I don't know what the what things entail anymore. I'm more nervous than anything. Also, completely off context. I kind of wish that lettuce was an option for hamburger buns. You know what I mean? Like, you can have hamburger buns, but also lettuce as well. Like, just big old things of lettuce with the meat inside and all the fixings. Or like, I would like to eat lettuce wrapped burritos. You know what I'm saying? I just recently was informed about how that's kind of a healthier option, and I'm like, why is this not a thing? Like, how is this not? Because I'm trying to quit bread, but it's hard to quit bread when I like sandwiches and I like hamburgers and stuff like that. But it's a work in progress. It's definitely something to look in towards. I'm rambling, but yeah, at times things are weird. Things are weird, but also I can't stress this enough. I'm ending it off with this. If you are a fan of Andrew Tate, you are probably a terrible person, and you should probably not do that. Like, this is not a guy that you should be following. You shouldn't, if you're going to have role models, at least have the ones that ain't going to tell you to treat somebody poorly because you like them. That's it though, guys. Love, peace, and happiness to everyone out there, and be easy. Also, bringing this back. Look at this. I thought I had something, and I don't. I thought I had a strategy. I don't. But in time, I mean, here's the hoping. I would like do a video of myself trying to solve this, but it's just gonna look ridiculous because I'm not smart. I mean, I'm not smart enough to do this yet. I mean, I think I have an idea, but I don't know. I'm just confused. Alrighty, guys. Love, peace, and easy grease. Y'all be easy out there and everything like that. That's like the second time I said that, huh?